on. There's 3 different tiers on the particular air quote loops that you want to do. So if you have GIFF and PGIF, there can only be theoretically 1 billion ever of both combined. However, with the Permabull tokenomics, that gets always hyper deflationary. So with that particular loop set and that arbitrage machine that's already cooked into there, ICOSA Hedron already didn't have the bootstrap from Alice's stuff for staking. It needed a kick flywheel to work. But we can already see that the activity between all the rest of that means that we're trying to not only create parity between both chains, but also make ICOSA deflationary. However, remember how our ICOSA is made, right? So you have to get your 15-year stake. Hold on, cat's going crazy. And then run that particular loop inherently of itself. So there are multiple different mechanics that we're sussing out in real time based on what happens, but there really isn't that much ICOSA around right now. Like if people are trying to buy it, there's not a lot for sale. And if people have it, they're holding on to it near and dear.
So now, let's just put it this way. Both eICOSA and pICOSA combined is less supply than what there was with GIFF at its inception. So there's already a lesser supply with this than there was with GIFF and definitely PGIF, because PGIF can never have more than what GIFF was, and much of it's already gone because of the buy and burn function. That's just something to throw out there. And there is a very low emission inflation model for ICOSA, and a lot of things need to happen, like the auctions going back online with the right ratios between ICOSA and HEX. For that,
because there is something that can create more ICOSA, and let's maybe talk about that.
If I'm not mistaken, the ICOSA stuff, they had their yield already drop off. So even if there is ICOSA through that method, it's nowhere near what it used to be, right?
Yeah, well, a lot of people don't know that it's a very low emission token, very, very low inflation model, but the reason it looked like it was a hyperinflating token at the beginning is because Alex did bootstrap it with a bunch of tokens at the very beginning to incentivize people to interact with his contracts. So that bootstrap has long since gone, and that's why part of the reason why the auctions have died down.
Cap, to get
price
to your
doesn't
point,
help
this
either. Cap, to get to your point, this is a question that I fielded earlier today. Someone asked me what I think about the ICOSA Hedron system, and I said it looks like a very well built and complex system that incentivizes people to use Hex in new and different ways. Am I personally invested in ICOSA and Hedron? No, not really. However, I am interested in Hex and Hex price performance, and also the existence of PulseChain, and I want these things to stick around and last the test of time. iBurn as a contract is just one more incentive method to kind of kickstart these systems that are already in place and add more value to those things that I already like. So do I need to hold a bunch of these tokens themselves? No, but I already have a vested interest in these projects succeeding based on everything else I already am in and the other things that I care about.